Hello everyone, so in this video I will go through some very important pictures which describe on who they are, not possibly what most people think that they are. So who are they and those who control us, and why they want us to believe that they are something else rather than human. I think everybody has seen this movie at this point. They live where someone who with the glasses can watch that they are somehow aliens who control us, and the control part is true, but there are no aliens. And I'll go over some very important images. This is a painting of Leonardo da Vinci where he uses the mirroring technique to show this image that looks like half human, I would say, and somewhat we cannot tell, but the large nose and the very strong eyes show us that somehow this is a half human, I would say, a humanoid, maybe a creature, which we don't know exactly where this come from or why Leonardo da Vinci depicts this, but it is really interesting that he paints this, and he wants us to find out that this creature actually lives inside this picture, this painting. So what kind of creature is this? I do not know, but sure looks like it emphasizes the thesis that somehow we are a conjunction of two other creatures, this being the first one and the second one being this one, which also can be found in so this is the painting of Mona Lisa, and this is the painting where it depicts basically an alien-like creature, which we don't know what it is, but it also emphasizes this thesis that here you can take a look at this skull, and the skull is basically that of a very elongated skull, where in this picture is Brian Forstner, an archaeologist, I would say, or historian, where he has traveled around these Mayan places and has found these kind of skeletons. And these kind of skeletons basically are this creature here. And this creature, from his analysis, had a very robust classification of the bones, which implies that the sun was very much stronger than these days that we live in, had a stronger output of energy, and this kind of creatures, it is really interesting because they had inverted organs. But more importantly, in this series I created it just to show what we are, because what kind of creatures these are, it is leaving to hypothesis, but we can take a look at ourselves. So the most important thing is to take a look in the mirror. So as you have known from David Icke, whether he depicts them as serpents, where I would say to David Icke, have you taken a look in the mirror, folk? Because taking a look at the mirror, we are the serpent. There's no serpent. Take a look. Take a look. This is the cobra, the real cobra, which is our pineal gland. And here, it is also written that he who controls the serpent controls the knowledge. And basically, that's what we truly are. We are an energetic serpent. An energetic serpent which people put the finger and say that they are demons and they are serpents and they are this, can shift this and that. But this kind of people don't know themselves. Take a look. We are a serpent. Don't you see on how we behave, on our knowledge, on our body structure? Take a look on what pharaohs, which, as I've said before, pharaohs means our blood. Our blood. And taking a look at this picture depicts exactly on what we as humans and why the brain is this gigantic receptor. It's like an inverted tree, where our roots are basically our hair, and our hair is also shows also our vital force. I'm not saying when you let the hair go, but the strength of which your hair grows also shows. Take a look at this. This is such a beautiful picture. And by the way, kudos to La Tierra es Plata. It is an account on Twitter which has shown these pictures. It is really fascinating. Look at how pharaohs knew that we are basically an energetic serpent, and look how it comes out. The energy comes out basically in between our eyebrows. Look how beautiful it is. Take a look at the woman. Take a look on how we grow, on how she grows a baby. This is the real cobra. Take a look at how beautiful it is. The mouth of a serpent, basically. Yeah, that's what it is. The real cobra. But, however, the energy does not... there are no energy points in the spine. This is very important. The energy points are in front of us. Yeah, just like this. And we, as men, are basically 8 parts of sun energy and 2 parts of earth energy. And when they combine, they create the number 10, which is the perfect number. Basically, we consume, our output of energy is bigger. And that's also why our energy is drained. So we must balance this. And I will talk in the future on what the upcoming changes in our body will be and how the energy will be balanced and what that means. So this is a great representation of on how the serpent, which is, as I've explained before, the negative and positive energy combine themselves and raise. And when they raise, they don't necessarily should go into the brain. It can also go in one of these parts, and one of these parts are our chakras. Basically, that's how I understand them. And by controlling energy, we basically become masters of this reality, and that's what we truly are. We can control this. This is our divinity. We are energetic serpents, and by controlling this kind of energies, we raise our consciousness, and our consciousness increases a lot. And I will explain on how our consciousness exactly grows. And this is such a beautiful picture where I couldn't have found a much beautiful picture, where there are only two things which are incorrect. The first thing is that the root chakra is not red, it is brown. And I don't know why basically the creator of this has no intuition. The other thing, it is the solar chakra. The triangle is not inverted, but it should be upward direction. And everything else looks beautiful. It's just beautiful. And how the energetic serpents, which it is located at our root chakra, and at our root chakra it is located all the earth energy. and all the Earth's energy, when it gets accumulated, basically our negative energy, which does not mean that it is negative as in a bad way. It has like a magnet which has a negative polarity and has a positive polarity. Whether you like it or not, you cannot judge either of them. And then when it comes to paganism, which I'll explain, paganism basically in ancient language means without a side. Basically where our predecessors who worship nature as it is, and basically means that you do not judge negative or positive because they are only relevant to you, but in reality, whether you don't hold aside, and energy is basically energy, and that's what should we master through our lives. And by mastering energy control, we grow ourselves into becoming this divine human beings. I would also like to explain that by being these energetic serpents, our goal is to defeat death. That's our main goal. By defeating death, we unchain ourselves from this bondage. And as I've explained before, as long as you have a shadow, you are bound by death. Shadow, the existence of a shadow, it is the how to say it, this is basically the sign that you are mortal and you have not conquered death yet. So what should we do? We should unchain ourselves from our karmic consequences, unchain ourselves from death. We know how to become immortals because our predecessors have done it. It is being done even today. And the fact that not everyone speaks about on how to defeat death, even though there are so many ways to do it, yet we discard ourselves. But my genuine interest is also to use technology to help us into conquering death even faster, and which can be done and should be done, because technology cannot defeat death by itself. It is also imprisoned, but we can, by using technology to help us to become immortal. That does not mean that our main goal basically is to unite with the divine, as I explained before. And by uniting with the divine, we basically have to make ourselves a vessel, a very pure vessel, so that the divine can enter into us, can change us. And basically by becoming a pure vessel means that we are energetically, we become more, we can move the energies as we like. We become masters of that energy, and we can conquer basically and grow our consciousness, become divine. So that's it for this video. Let me know down in the comments what you want me to do in the next video. If there's anything or question that you have, I'll answer it. And see ya.